So I'm actually here at my desk because I can do it just as well from here. So as you see, I've now decided what I'm doing today. I'm trying to make some of my lives productive so I get things done, and I need to go through my seeds and work out what I've planted, what I've got enough of, what I haven't got enough of, and get a box out. I've got a box here ready to put in any seeds that I need more of. And I've just been filming for you today. A lot of my seeds have been transplanted. They've already grown, about this tall, a lot of them. And I've already transplanted them outside in the hugelkultur beds, and the raised beds. I don't think you're quite up to that episode yet, so I've got a lot planted out already. So I now know in my head, I've been through all my bottle farm and I've gradually been planting those things out on the hugelkultur beds as well. And so I know in my head what I've got and how much I've got of it. There's still some seeds growing indoors as well, so I'm going to sort all those out. So I thought I might as well sit here and do it live so you can see what seeds I've got and what seeds I'm going to do extra of. But first, before we start, let's just do today's quote corner. So I guess as this is the gardening edition today, go and check out my other channel, Tranquility Through Life's Natural Beauty. And I've actually been doing gardening live on a couple of those lives. I've taken you with me. So if you're interested in seeing actual live gardening, then that. So I went to get my jars. I've got a bookshelf full of jars of seeds, and they are all my own seeds that I've harvested. So I just went and grabbed some of those because I can't bring all that in here, and went through what I want to grow of those. And on top of the bookshelf is where I dry my seeds. So I saw there was still some Malabar spinach seeds drying. You need to dry these for about a month or more, really. Even if you think they're dry, Malabar spinach actually hold a lot of wetness inside. So I've got a jar of those, and you'll notice I put kitchen roll or kitchen towel inside the jars, just in case there's any moisture, and it also blocks a lot of air circulating in there. So I'm just pouring the seeds into the jar. So I would always, if you're going to store seeds in jars, then I would put some kitchen towel in there, and always check you've put them all in. And I always put paper towel in when I'm drying the seeds out, because the Malabar spinach, if you know, it is used as a dye. So you always get, I don't know if you can see, you always get some staining. And just checking I've got them all. No, I've missed two in the bottom. Not sure why, but there's a leaf as well. It's a little leaf that can go in the bin. So I will not be growing any more Malabar spinach. If you've been watching my growing, I have plenty of Malabar spinach. So I'll put that one up there. Now, I did go through the jars. So, as I say, jars are my own seeds that I've cultivated. Packets are not, jars are. Now, someone bought me a bunch of flowers. I've put sunflowers as the label. They're not sunflowers. They're not even black-eyed Susan, I think they are. I don't know what they are. And I tried to cultivate the seeds from them. I don't know if they're viable or not. So I'm going to find a flower bed and just scatter those and get rid of those. I definitely need to do some more sweet corn. And that is all I've got left of sweet corn that I harvested, seeds, the corns, the kernels, whatever you want to call them. So I think I might just plant all of those. I've already planted a lot of sweet corn out into a hugelkultur bed. So that's what I've done. I've planted garlic with that. Chili takes so long to grow. Chili takes ages. I would say longer than actual peppers. And they take ages. And I find the best way to start those off is how I grow them indoors in the plastic takeaway containers with the lid on, only soil. I used to do this wet paper towel thing, but things take so much longer to germinate rather than in a plastic container. So I don't put them on wet paper or anything like that. I just put them straight in my homemade compost in a takeaway container. So do know that they take a long time to grow. As I say, I don't have a lot of chili left. Broccoli, I'm growing so much broccoli. I've transplanted some into raised beds, but you can never have too much broccoli because you can freeze it. So I might start some more broccoli off. Beans. Now I've got all sorts of beans, and I've forgotten which type of beans these are. These are like green beans or runner beans, that type of bean. And as you see, I haven't got tons of those. They're very hard to grow here because they don't like too much heat. I've got some outside. They're about that tall. They're still in plastic water bottles, like the bottle farm, but they're not on the bottle farm. So I've still got some, but they're just about that tall. It's already got so hot here. It's only spring. Well, it's not even spring. It's still winter here. And it's just been so hot during the day. It drops the temperature at night and very early in the morning, but it's very hot during the day. So I think I might just get rid of the last of those. I think I've got some in the seed packet, but I'll look at that when we get to that. Watermelon. It's a little early, I think, for growing watermelon, but I'm going to start some of those off because I have none of those growing. Melon, again, a little early for melon. Can you see those in there? They're actually very compacted. I think you can just about see those. I have so many watermelon, sweet melon, yellow melon. So I'm going to grow some more of those. Chard, I have so much chard growing, loads of chard, and now I liquidize a lot of my food and make sauces. I'm going to grow loads more chard. I've actually got some transplanted into a hugelkultur bed so I can have a whole bed full of chard. And big chili. Now these are the only chili I really grow now. These are like huge chili pods. So that's all what's growing in the bottles that I'm going to be growing. So I'll put those there. Probably won't get started on those till the weekend. I've got my garden planning. I'll show you that in a minute. Let's look at the rest of the seeds first. I've got from my one of my volunteers, she has sent me some seeds. She sent me Longan's flower seeds, and they're diddy tiny black dots of seeds. So I've got to look those up and see what they are. They are just flowers, pretty flowers. Oh no, I lie. Those seeds are these ones. They're like I'm going to say conkers, like conkers. Longan seeds. So I know you can look at the, what do you call it, Q code, is it? You can look at that, but I don't like to use that for my phone because I know of issues by using that. Right, these little tiny ones are Portulaca seeds. Portulaca seeds. These little tiny ones here. Take a minute to focus itself because of the light. These little tiny ones here. There you go, you can see it now. And what she said, these ones I've forgotten. Mini rose-like flowers. That's what they are. Mini rose-like flowers. The great big ones, the longan ones, are refreshing sweet fruit, a bit like lychee. And she also sent me some watermelon seeds, some other stuff that she said is like soya bean, and she said can be eaten like peas or wait until fully ripe. Can be boiled into a soy drink. So I've got those to figure out. So they've got to be looked at whether to plant those. I've got a tub here I'm going to put now seed packets in that I want to grow now. This is all what I'm going to sow now. I bought some more giant parsley. So I bought some more giant parsley. And I did go around the garden today. I didn't think any new parsley had come up, but it has. So I may grow that. Dill. I've got some dill growing. I've never used dill before. So I bought some more dill seeds. So I might start some of that off. These are really March. As I say, our weather is March. Our weather is March. We've got wild marjoram. Now, I did try and grow some of these seeds, but I didn't really know what it looked like or anything. So I got some more and I've got to label it because I lost some of my labels. So that wasn't helpful. And, these are what I got from my volunteer. So these are the ones she says are a bit like peas, but they're like a soybean type thing. So I will try those. What month have they got on them? I can't tell. Hasn't got one of those charts on where you see which month. So I'll have to do a translate on these. But always remember what I always say. When you buy seeds, look where the seeds come from, the country of origin, because they're telling you when to plant it for that country. So if you're buying packets of seeds from these big companies, it depends on the manufacturer when they're saying you can plant them. Because some of you might not be planting at all now or thinking, goodness no, we've got frost and cold, then I would be planting them. So if you've got seeds from Cyprus, they're going to be different to buying seeds from another country, for example. And that's why a lot of our seeds here are from Italy, our normal seed packets. Mostly they're from Italy. So I know I can plant them sooner because it's much warmer than Italy, Spain, Portugal, France, etc., because we're so much further along. So we're out of Europe, we're in the Mediterranean. So those, did I show you the watermelons? They're the ones my volunteer got me. The watermelon. No, can't see that one. Okay, let's go in my seed box. My seed box. This is where all my packets are. Cauliflower. Yes, I've just planted out some more white cauliflower. So I'm going to plant this. I'm going to do some more of these. Something I've not been overly successful with because they like colder climates. When does this say plant? January, February, March, April, May. So yeah, I could possibly plant those now. Broccoli. This is a different variety to my broccoli. So I did buy some more broccoli just for different types of broccoli. But as you saw, I've got all those seeds. So I'm going to sow those first. I got this one, Italian, I told you, Italian chicory. Now I do have some chicory growing. And I've just put that in a big pot. but I'm going to grow some more of that. So I'll put that in my grow pile. More squash. I've decided, maybe last year I decided not to save the seeds anymore. I'm going to eat these when they are at their prime, and that way the seeds aren't at their prime, and I don't want to waste them with that, because seeds here are so cheap. They are 99 cents or €1, and you get so many seeds in packets that you buy in Cyprus. This one's €1, so they're all 99 cents or €1. So I am just buying seeds now. They're fresh seeds, and as I say, that saves wasting. Some things I don't like to harvest the seeds from, such as radish. I find I'd rather eat the radish, and you get hundreds of radish seeds in a pack, so it's more viable not to save the seeds. Then I got some, I need to grow some more of these. Onion, this is white Lisbon, so we'll grow some more of that. When does this say, just out of interest? Outdoor sowing, spring, summer, not the middle of summer and the beginning of autumn. Well, for autumn is still summer for us, end of spring is summer for us, so I would say I will plant those. I have some onion, but I need more onion. Peppermint, I do have mint, so I will grow some of that. When does this say? Sowing in a seed bed. Spring, winter and spring, so that's a definite go. I did buy some more beans because they were so hard to find. I don't do any online shopping. As I say, because yes, you might be able to get other things, but the odds are they might not grow unless they're coming from a really hot country. So I did get some more beans because I don't see them often, and they say if you don't see something often or at all, they probably don't grow here, so they don't import them. But I'm desperate to try and get some beans going. I did grow some last year. I think I did quite well. Not as good as I would like, but I did quite well. I got beans from it. So I'm going to give it another go now. So this one's climbing bean. Macaroni, it's called. Macaroni Giant Bianca. So white giant macaroni. Okay, translation's interesting there. Fagioli. This says an early variety. The bean, medium to large size, white shaped and flattened in section, dark green leaves and white flowers, light green, straight, string-free pods. Ooh, we like a string-free pod. So we've got those. When does that say to plant? Spring and early summer. Yes. And I don't know if you guys have this now. I believe it's law. Don't quote me 100% on that. Whether it's definitely European law, whether it's worldwide law, I don't know. It's not European law because it's law here as well. But anyway, you now have to have a label on any seed packet where the seed is not origin to the country. So if you're ordering from a catalogue and the seeds come from another country, or the seed packet, you have to have this special sticker on there. I think it's European law. Is that the EU flag in the top corner? Might be European law. And you have to have a passport code to show the plant passport, they call it, to show that it's legit. And without that sticker, it's illegal to import and export the seeds. So tell me if you know about that. It's been a long time. It's been a couple of years now. Got this bean one, dwarf bean. Fasoli Navo. Dwarf bean. And this one says a late variety, white, medium to large size, kidney-shaped beans, flattened in section, mid-green leaves, the light green stringed pods, curved and in section. So I have some of those. So let me see where the country it's come from. What does it say on it? It's an English packet, it looks like. I don't have the best light to read small print today. Well, it's got a Keep Britain Tidy logo, so I'm going to say these are from England. And if you don't know what Keep Britain Tidy logo is, it's just above my finger. It's like this rubbish sign. So I'm going to say they're from England, which means they won't do well here. What else do I need more of? Oh, these are doing very well. I don't really grow flowers, but I got a mix. So they're all different colours. Marigold. And I've got 3 pots of that going on, 3 pots. And I'm growing this purely for to keep bad insects away and to encourage good insects. And I'm going to keep them in pots so I can move them around the garden. I'm not very good at flowers, knowing what you do with flowers and things. I expect there's other uses for marigold, which I will look into. It says a rustic annual plant, 40 to 60 centimetres tall, that develops with erect habit of growth. So directly in the soil in March, well, mine are growing, thanks, for summer flowering, or in September, October for spring flowering. Well, I just keep sowing stuff. So got some marigold. I'll do some more of those then. Tomato. No, I don't think I need any more tomatoes. You can never have too many tomatoes or peppers. I don't think I'm going to do any more tomatoes at the moment. I want to do some more of these. Radish. Oh, these were awesome. Fire candle. They were awesome. They are, I'm not joking. I've filmed them and shown you a couple of times. They are this long, like the pointy. You see the picture. They're about this long and they're not overgrown. You know, if you leave some and they go hard and keep going long. No, these are awesome. So I'm going to definitely sow some more of those. Not sowing any more of this. Basil. How much basil does a person need? Oh my goodness. I've been eating basil constantly. How much basil does someone need? I've grown far too much basil. I'll use it all. I know you can freeze it and do stuff with it. I like things fresh. Pick, eat. So yeah, basil. I'm not growing any more basil. That's back in here. I don't need any more basil. Hot pepper, cayenne, long, slim. Now, I got mixed up where they were, and so I don't know if they planted, sowed or not. I don't know. So I've got to do some more of those. I lost some labels. Aubergine. Do I want to grow any more aubergine? I've got quite a lot. No, I don't think I'll do any more aubergine. I've got a mixture, all different types, I don't think. Lettuce. Now, with our heat, I think it's a bit late, really, for growing any more lettuce. January, February. December, January, February. I might do a few more, do one more go. White cabbage. I know I said I got the other cabbage, but I'm going to do a bit more of that. I've told you the story of why I've got artichoke seeds. I'm not going to retell that. That's in one of my videos. Why I've got artichoke seeds when I've got so many artichokes. So I'm not going to use those. Peas. Now, I have transplanted my seeds out into a hugelkultur bed. They've survived one day so far. They're about this tall. I have no hopes for those because, again, peas, you don't get peas growing in Cyprus, but I found some pea seeds. I go different places and just try and find different seeds, and I found some. So I'm not thinking they're going to last, same as the beans, but I'm giving them a go. Now there's quite a lot more in there. All this big seeds. I'm going to sow some more, because if you do loads and 2/3 die off, you've still got some. So I'm going to do some more peas. That's a lot to do, isn't it? Silene. Now I know the Americans pronounce it differently, because I was looking up about it, because I bought the seeds and didn't know what it really was. Now I can't find what I'm looking for. It's grown. The leaves don't look like this. Have I got my labels mixed up? It doesn't look like this. If any of you know it, now what did they say? Is it campion? They say it's another word for, I think it's campion, which now, so I know it does lots of different colour flowers. You can have white flowers, red flowers, pink flowers, different types of flower. Has this got a picture of a flower on it? No. But if any of you know anything about this, give me a help. All I know is you can pull the leaves off and eat them, or put them in a salad or soup or a stew. But I can't see any visuals. I need visuals. I want to see it. I want to see it growing, being harvested, etc. So if any of you can help me on that, point me to a video. That's what I want. I don't want to know how to grow it. I want to know when it's growing, what does it look like, because I'm pretty sure it's not this, even though it is this. So help with that would be great. Should I grow some more of it or not? Maybe if I grow some more, then I know if it does look like this, and the other ones, I've got the wrong label. Cherry tomatoes, no. What else we got? More tomatoes, different variety, different sort of lettuce. We'll put that in as a yes. Coriander. I should grow some more of that. I'm not overly taken with coriander, but I will use it in sauces or whatever. So I think I will do a bit more of that. This box is getting rather full. Rocket, I've got enough growing of rocket. We don't eat tons of rocket. Oh, I've got one big pot of rocket. Maybe I'll do some more rocket. Dill, it's an old bag of dill. So I do have some dill. Yeah, dill. Did I put dill in there? Dill. I did. I put a non-open one. I had an old one. So let's take the dill out of there. Dill. Because we're going to do the open packet of dill. More parsley. What's this one? Well, that looks like rocket. Chicory. Chicory does look like rocket. Chicory, I've got some growing. Maybe I'll do another pot of that. Maybe another pot of that. I'm going to be busy. What's this one? Endive. Again, I've got one pot of endive. I need to eat more of this kind of stuff, so I'll do another pot of endive. Fennel. I've had no luck growing fennel. No luck growing fennel. So that's got to be a yes, try again. When does this say do it? Oh, not till 7th or the 8th. I'll put it in the plant, but obviously not yet, that one. Okra. I don't think I'm going to... Oh, there's not a lot left in there. I could use it up. I was going to say I've got a pot of that. Maybe I'll use those up. Okra. Radish, yes. I'm always planting radish. Beetroot, I mean. I'm always planting beetroot for Mike. I've just harvested a whole load of them, but then that means I need to sow some more. So I'll do some more of that. Savoy cabbage, don't have a ton of luck with that either. It's not really for hot climes, but I'll do some more of that. Kohlrabi. I need more kohlrabi. I've got both colours. Some of you call it purple, some of you call it red, and the white. Definitely need more of that. Haven't got much of that. Oh, I do have some sweet corn in the packet. That must be my first lot. I'll plant that because there's not a lot of that. Let me put that in the box with the sweet corn though, in the jar, so I remember I've got more. And more beans. These ones are more dwarf beans. There's quite a lot of those. There's hundreds in these. And this one doesn't say a lot. Whitish grain with brown fly, small in size, green long and straight. There are hundreds in there. We'll do some of that. So apart from the jars, I've got to plant all that. Got to plant all that. But at least now I've sorted. I've gone through my box and I know what ones I need to still sow, rather than not knowing what ones I want to do. So that's that. That's my seed box, and it's airtight. Airtight seed box. I thought it was great. I don't know where I got it from. Had it years. So that's that. And then my planning. You won't be able to see it because it's faint pencil, but this is how I've organised my bottle farm. And I literally wrote the pattern, zigzagged, I'll tell you in a video, and numbered them, and then wrote as I plant them out, I cross them off. So that's how I've been doing that area. And let's see, let's show you, I haven't done it up to date, but I'll show you the hugelkultur beds. So this is half of the hugelkultur beds. And then I write on when I plant something in the bed. As I say, not quite up to date. I'm going to put what I did the other day, yesterday. And that's the other half of the hugelkultur bed. So do it under plastic. Draw out your beds or whatever. And you can either do post-it notes, as I do sometimes. That's a good way to sometimes write a variety of something on. Or sometimes I use China graph pen, and then you can write on plastic. It stays on, but then you just wipe it off if you don't want it on anymore. So you draw out all your areas. Let me see. This is my raised beds. That's my raised beds, the bottom bit, not the blues at the top. That's all my raised beds. That's not up to date because I just tend to do similar things there. That's more of a vegetable garden area now. And so I have all plans like that drawn out. Nothing worse than having to keep redoing it every time. Any other plans? I've got a plan where my fruit trees are. Oh, this plan. But you can't tell where this is. This is my vertical pallet wood vertical garden. And that is the top row, the second row, the next row, and the next row. And what's grown in each one of those, that is herbs mostly. And as you see, that's post-it notes because mostly they will be the same all the time now. They will be the same. So you can see parsley, basil, Malabar spinach. I'm going to do some Malabar spinach on the top one this time. So you've got an empty middle one. Chives, coriander, lettuce I'm not putting in there again this year. So that is my vertical pallet wood garden. So keep a folder. Now you know when I go out and buy all these files and folders, and you can see how I use them. This isn't up to date because I haven't done this year's yet. This is the cookout garden. It will come in a minute. That's the cookout garden. So that's where you see this bottom line is the raised bit where there's pots and there's a wooden crate growing stuff, and then the tiles are the tile planters. This is my seed jars, what I've got in seed jars, so I don't have to go and look. I can just see what I've got, and then I cross them out when I haven't got any left. What I do is actually turn the jars upside down when they're empty. I just turn them upside down if they're empty, so I know without looking. Hey, Stitching It Up, you're in town. I have something for you, Stitching It Up. Let me find it. Where is it? Something specially for you. Oh, here it is. Moderator, I didn't look to see if you were blue. Yes, you are. You are. You are blue. Oh dear, because I can't do it on here. I have to go away and do it and come back. So I did it straight after the last live. And I thought, I wonder if you'll be blue if you come on. Yes, our newest moderator. And she says, I'm doing a live cooking bacon while watching you. I gave you a shout on my live. Are you actually live now? You live now? If you are, then I'm going to come over to yours for a minute. A live cooking bacon while watching me. That's quite hilarious. Yes, live now. Right, guys, if you're watching me, go over now, watch Stitching It Up. I'm going to finish now. I'll just play my outro and then I'm going on Stitching It Up. So, as always, thank you all for watching. Very much appreciated. Multitasking, that certainly is. Bless you, I'm coming over. I just play my outro. If you're watching this back later, go and check out Alyssa's channel. Till next time, as always, Meraki. Bye.